get cracking. You guys showed up on time, so we're going to honor that and go in here and
this is like a private coaching session here today.
Yeah. Hey, so all right, I'm gonna mute you two, and then I gotta make some announcements here, and then we'll get rocking and rolling here. So hold on just a second here. Boom, boom. All right, welcome everybody to this week's edition of the Small Business Owners Mastermind call. I've been doing this call, gosh, I don't know, since 2014. Various different podcast channels, etc. My name is John Pyron, the Business Doctor. I'm your host. And so for those of you that are listening to the podcast channel, podcast recording, or watching this video down the road, and you don't know who I am, I've been building companies now for 31 years, 7 businesses, 4 of them into the multi-millions of dollars. Started working with Cardone, gosh, I don't know, 2013, started their affiliate program for them, which is now the licensee program. And I've had a blast, absolute blast in helping business owners all around the world build companies, answer questions. Just discovered that as a small business owner, you kind of fall into 2 categories. Most of them never owned a business before. So every step down that journey that they go, they haven't been there yet. And I find it a lot of fun to be able to help them and guide them down that road on the path to hit $1 million in annual revenues. Once they get to that point, then it's all about scale and hiring a management team. And I have a lot of clients that I do that with, and a great team of people that support me. So wanted to do this call every week just to provide a resource for small business owners to show up, bring their business problems that they have, opportunities that they have, be able to get some mastermind feedback from other business owners, not just me, but other business owners as well. And then we're off to the races. So with that said, the thing I want to talk about today, and welcome Rex, we got a small enough group here today, so I'm going to kind of open it up real quick. You can unmute yourself. Let's kind of go around the room and introduce ourselves. Tell us who you are, where you're from, and what is your business. So let's start off with Diana.
I like it. Ladies first. Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. My name is Diana Ringer. I'm from Modesto, California, and I wear many hats, of course, as an entrepreneur. But the product I'm really, really passionate about is something called the United Financial Freedom, which is a software application that teaches people how to get out of debt in a fraction of the time, and also then help them shift into saving money and investing and doing wherever they want to navigate to in their financial life. But it's kind of a financial dashboard GPS system that allows you to get there. It leverages all the things that all the big multi-million-dollar people know.
Carlos Morales.
Oh, sorry about that. Didn't mute my phone. But it does it for the average working man. So it's very exciting.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Sorry about that.
Welcome to the call. Paul.
Great afternoon, everyone, or evening, wherever you are in this wonderful country we live in. My name is Paul Simmons, and I am the owner of PA Productions, which is a video agency here in Denver, Colorado. I actually have 2 businesses, interesting enough. I own the video production agency, and I also own a fashion accessory line called Posa Apparel. So I'm juggling 2 businesses currently, simultaneously. My video production agency, we specifically reach out to small to medium-sized business and potentially large businesses as well, to help them use this amazing asset that we are all participating with right now, which is video. A lot of times people assume that video is used for just sales and marketing, but there are a lot of different ways you can use video to enhance the way that you're currently doing business, i.e. Zoom, right, is one way. And, you can automate systems with video. If you're repeating the same things over and over and over again, you can film it one time And now you can share it with your potential clients and customers and answer all their questions up front before you even take a sales call. So again, it's just to enlighten business owners on the power of video and how they can incorporate it into their normal processes and basically take their message and amplify it with the use of video. So that's that.
Fantastic. Welcome to the call. Rex.
Howdy, Rex Frank. I founded a company to coach managed service providers in the IT space on getting their operations in order. And I grew that for about 10 years. Recently sold it to a distributor in our channel called Pax8, and I'm now a VP of Academy, where I'm charged with coaching, educating the managed service provider, IT managed service provider community. John recently invited me to attend this, and so I respect him, and so I figured I'd jump in and listen in and see if I can contribute.
Awesome. Welcome to the call. And what's interesting is I built 4 of those types of companies and sold them. And yeah, I've been consulting those types of MSPs for years. So any questions you have on this call, just fire away, dude. You know? So I definitely speak from a place of experience in that space. Any challenges you have at all, we can talk about it today. So welcome to the call, Scott Baker. Scott Baker, are you there? All right. Well,
yeah, it looks like he got out of his chair for a minute.
Scott stepped away. No problem. All right. So one of the things I want to talk about today that I always look back over the last week, in this case 2 weeks, where I only work with 12 clients at one time. And so various different business owners all across the country. So I'm dealing with about 10 to 15 brand new business problems or challenges or opportunities every single week, times 52 weeks, times, I don't know, I've been doing that since 2014. So I always try to find, okay, what was the best problem I dealt with over this last week that can benefit every business owner? Because every business owner, 90% of the time, the problems are going to be the same. And so the thing is okay, when do you hire somebody? You know, I have a couple of a client right now they have an unbelievable, actually 2 clients. They have a great problem is they're growing too fast. And the challenge is okay, man, I think we need to hire somebody else. I think we need to hire another person. I think we need to hire another person. So how do you know when you should hire? And I get this question all the time. And what I tell all my clients is like, you know what? The one thing that you need to do is you need to establish a list of things that you do. And I call it the 4-list business systems audit. And for those of you that are on the call today live or even listening to the recording, I'll give you this system on a silver platter, okay? And there's a spreadsheet associated with it, step-by-step instructions. I would run this as yourself as a business owner and have all your employees keep tab of this. But basically, it's a spreadsheet. It's got 4 different columns. First column is here's every single thing that I do in my business. Every single thing that I do. If you have employees, give it to your employee. This is every single thing that employee does. I'm talking email, take out the garbage, bookkeeping, accounting, whatever it is that you do, you're going to put that in column 1. Column 2 is designed to answer a question. You just put a little check mark in this box, and basically, okay, looking at list number 1 there, column number 1, of those items, what do you not like to do? What's a waste of your time, energy, and talent? What do you not like to do? What are you not good at? But you may have to do it right now because you're at that level of business, but you want to put a check mark next to those things. Then the third column is going to be, here's everything left over. Here's all the stuff I actually enjoy doing, I should do more of as the owner, and you want to put a check box to that. So once you have that in place, then you need to ask yourself a couple of different questions. Number 1, can I automate delegate, or outsource this item. So there'll be 3 other columns there: outsource, automate, or delegate. You want to put check boxes there. The other column I forgot to mention is how much time a week do you spend doing this task? And so if you keep that spreadsheet up to date, then when it comes down to hiring somebody, it makes the decision on who to hire, what kind of skill set to hire. If I don't actually have to hire a W-2 employee, I'm not going to do it. There's too many contractors out there right now that are working from home, that don't want to go back to work, and they just want to start their own little virtual assistant business. And so once you get that filled out, then you can sort that spreadsheet based off the amount of time it takes you on a weekly basis. And then you can add it up. Hey, do I got 10 hours a week of work that if I had somebody on staff or had somebody as virtual assistant, could this person take it off the plate? Now, what should I pay him, John? Well, I don't know. It's like how long is a piece of string? I don't know. Show me the string. Depends on the skill set. Depends on where you're going to find the person. I have an assistant. I think I got like 4 or 5 assistants now. One of them's in Colombia. She cost me $12.95 an hour. To her, I mean, it's like making $30, $40 an hour here. She's super duper happy, does very good job, but I don't want to do any of these social media graphic posts. I don't want to do any of this scheduling, conference calls and webinars and seminars and putting together all the promotional items and managing an email list. I don't want to do any of that crap anymore. I had to do it in the beginning, but I don't want to do it. And so I found somebody that loves to do it. They're good at it. If I give them more of that type of work, they're super duper happy, and she does a great job. Then I have a web guy that does a bunch of other stuff. So here's the bottom line. Let me land the plane, and I'm going to open it up for some questions. Take this list. Once you have it, keep it updated, because at some point in your business, as you grow, and especially if you show up here every week, there is not going to be any excuse for not growing, because I am 100% a master at sales and helping businesses grow revenue. And you can come here every week and ask whatever question you want. I'm going to give you some strategies that'll work in your business. But once you get to the point where you have 10, 15 hours a week of work that you shouldn't be doing, take the amount of income you make per year, divide it by the number of hours you're going to work that year, and that's how much your hour is worth. And if you're making $125 an hour, or in the case of an MSP, they're billing out $140, $150 an hour. Why wouldn't I pay somebody $15, $20 an hour to do something that's a waste? I am losing money by doing the work myself. So that's my 2 cents for today. Hope that helps. If you have, anybody have any questions or need clarification, go ahead and raise your hand about what we just talked about. Go ahead, Paul.
I heard 2 of the 3. You said automate, delegate, and what was the other one?
Automate, delegate, or outsource.
Outsource. Okay.
Automate, delegate, or outsource. All right.
I'll go ahead and say something else. I'm assuming if anyone has been in this position where they are considering bringing on some extra hands, or they're afraid to, because you have your own standard of the way that you're doing business, and relinquishing that power to somebody else is scary, because you feel like you may be diminishing the quality or your brand or whatever it is. And I'm not here to step on your toes by any means, John. Maybe you can just confirm or deny this, but being able to allow people that space to make those mistakes, and obviously you don't want them to make any mistake that will jeopardize your business, but giving them the leeway to learn the way that you do things is what I found to be hard, but so rewarding once you find that right match. Once you find the person that really fits the flow of your business, it changes the game completely.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's the other thing is like I said, two different types of clients. Those that have it's like their second or third business that they've been running, and this is not their first rodeo. Most of them, this is their very first business, and the hardest part is that owner letting go of that control. They're always saying, "Man, if I just had somebody else just like me, if I had two more people just like me, I my wife and her friend, I started a virtual assistant business for them. I'm helping them start that business right now. And they're calling it Operation Delegate. And their mission statement is, we are the other you, right? Because business owners all the time say, man, if I just had somebody else just like me. But the challenge is like, okay, I need somebody else like me. This is what I want to hire them to do. And instead of empowering them to be successful at what they do, they're like, oh man, they're doing it too slow. So I'm just going to take the task back. And it's a roller coaster that a typical business owner gets on. And what you got to understand is like, okay, learn how to delegate properly. When you give somebody a task, make sure that they can do it. They have the skill set and training to do it. And what I tell my people is like, all right, here's the deal. You're going to take on this task in the business. You own this task in this business. My expectation is that you are 10 times better than me at this task. And I'm going to give you the training, the resources, whatever it is you need to be successful in that role. My expectation is I am now giving it to you. I don't want it back. You can ask me up to 2 questions a month, and that's it. Okay? Other than that, I'm giving you ownership, and you can make as many mistakes as you need to because that's the way you're going to learn. You have my permission to go and get whatever training that you need, any tools that you need, whatever it is that you need, but I need you to take complete control of this task in this area of my business because I don't want to do it no more, and I trust you. Okay. Otherwise, why would I hire them? Why would I even waste my time? And so I hear what you're saying. It's like that's the biggest challenge most small business owners have is when they hire somebody, they go through all the hiring process, and then they find somebody, and then they don't empower them to succeed. Or if they fail, they're like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. I got to take it back, and then they end up letting the person go. And so what I tell them is like, hey, I want you to write a process and procedure. Here's how I've written it. You feel free to make improvements. My expectation is that you're better than me. Because if I'm the big deal in the company, I'll never have my freedom ever. So, anybody else have any feedback about this particular topic right here, right now? Raise your hand or unmute yourself. Nope. Okay. All right. So I'm going to open it up real quick. This is the part of the call where you can bring your biggest business problem, challenge, opportunity. Understand this is being recorded. It's going out on a podcast channel that goes out to thousands of people, and it's streaming live on YouTube right now as well. And so just keep that in mind. I would change your name on your Zoom here to your name plus your website address and get some free advertisement. Okay, just a good idea. But tell us who you are, your business, what your challenge is, and we'll see what we can do to help you. So who wants to go first? First come, first serve. Raise your hand or unmute yourself.
Hi, I came in a little late, so I apologize about that. So I didn't get to hear what yes, it's Mika. You said it right.
Awesome. So Mika, what business are you in?
I'm actually doing like an online business, and I teach people how to invest in real estate for really cheap. My elevator speech is I help everyday people invest in real estate. So I do have a niche type of real estate investing that I do. And this is actually my first time working smart and not hard by building an online platform. And I offer like coaching, but I also do like group sessions, and then I do one-on-one. And I came across you on LinkedIn because my struggle is being, I want to say, more productive. And then also to, I just, I've been an entrepreneur mostly all of my life. And, from all the different programs and self-development things that I've been through, they've always said you need a coach to make your business better. And so I guess I'm at the point where I want to grow, but I don't really necessarily know how. And I also know that part of that is I have no accountability. So if I don't feel like doing something, I don't do it. And I just feel like I need more like structure, or I need some guidance on like what's a smarter way to do things. I personally don't have that problem delegating. I just don't know exactly what to delegate.
Sure. And so what I heard you say is the biggest challenge that you have right now is structure, accountability, what to do next.
Yes.
Did I understand that correctly?
Yes.
Okay. And one of the things that you also mentioned is you've heard that it's good to have a coach or a mentor to guide you down that road.
Correct.
Right. Okay. So with let's see, I started my first business when I was 20. That's 31 years ago, and there's only been 2 years out of the last 31 years that I have not worked with a mentor. I learned early on, I was a huge Michael Jordan fan back when he was extremely popular, right? And the one thing that dawned on me one day is I'm going, this is the best basketball player in the world, and yet he has a coach. He works with a trainer and a mentor. And I was like, what can they possibly teach him about basketball? Well, that's not the reason why he worked with somebody. He worked with somebody because they will push him further than he would be willing to push himself. And so Mike Sastry is one of my business coaches, and then I work with Cardone and his team directly. And I'm like, Mike hasn't taught me anything new since I started working with him in 2006. The only reason I still work with that dude is because he holds me accountable, right? When I look at my plan, he goes, I am more scared to show up and not have my stuff done because I don't want to hear his crap. And so it forces me to exercise and operate at a higher level. So you're on the right track there. Structure and accountability is one of those things where if you have a vision, typical small business plan. I love the one-page plan process.
Okay.
Here's the vision. Here's where I'm going. Get very clear about, 3 years from now, where do I want my business to be? How much money do I want to make? Am I going to be local, regional, international? How many employees will I have? How much revenue will I generate? Will I be, in multiple cities or just one city? Get a lot of clarity around where you ultimately want to go. Once you have that nailed down, then you want to craft a really good mission statement, which shouldn't be more than 5 to 7 words. And that is, here's what I do. Here's what here's the benefit that I bring to the table. And then getting clear on objectives. What are the top 9 objectives I want to achieve by the end of this year? Now, we're in August, right? So it's not too late. You can say, okay, what do I want to achieve over the next 4 months? What are the top 9 goals I want to hit by the next month? And if you're a business owner, which all of us here are, your number one objective is how much money do you want to make by December 31st of this year? Get a lot of clarity around that number. Once you have that, then all the other objectives should go to support that. And then you need to, now that I know exactly where the goals are, what I'm going to hit, it has to be measurable. What are the strategies I'm going to use to get there? And that's where a good mentor can come in play. You can show up on this call. I've trained, 385 coaches in 12 countries now. So trust me, I can find somebody that you'll click with. And then get some strategies that are going to work. And here's the deal. They need to fit your personality. They need to fit your skill set, and they need to maximize your strengths and minimize your weaknesses. Once you have the strategies in place, then, what do I need to get done this month? That's the action plan. Okay. What are the things I need to get done this month using these strategies so I can hit that objective? And I've been doing this one-page plan process since 2006. Every single one-on-one client I have right now has to do that. right? They absolutely have to do that plan. And every single one of them that does it, I was talking to my client Jackson Sands yesterday. I mean, September 1st, they're going to celebrate 3 years. These are two engineers, like civil engineers. They're not salespeople. And I'm looking at their numbers, and I'm going, they're going to do $780,000 this year, and they haven't even been in business for 3 years, and they're not. I'm like, and so I'm thinking, okay, what did you do? All we did is we did that plan. They showed up to the call that I do with them, and they did exactly what I told them to do. Now, I'm not pointing the finger at me and I'm a big deal, because I didn't do jack. I just guided them and held them accountable. But if you find somebody that will hold you accountable, make you step your game up, you'll be amazed at the goals and objectives that you can hit. So my advice would be, get that plan. Go on my YouTube channel, or send me an email, or actually send me a text. And everybody take this number down: 916-741-0596. Let me put this in the chat window. So 916-741-0596. Okay. Text me your name and email address. And I did an entire workshop on the one-page plan, and an entire workshop on the 4-list strategy that I talked about earlier, and I'll just send it to you. I'll give it to you. It's in a Dropbox folder, so you have to download it. But take that and go for it, because once you have that in place, then it's finding somebody to hold you accountable. So that's my feedback for you. Is there any clarification that you need before I open it up to anybody else that has other ideas for you?
No, that was a plate full. And I'm glad that. So wait, one question, but it has nothing to do with my question. What is your YouTube? Because I want to listen to, because I didn't get to write down some of the stuff you just said. So I want to go back and listen.
Oh, okay. Let me see here. www.johnpyron.com. All right. So if you go to my website, which is in the chat window, johnpyron.com, and for those of you that are on podcast and you're not seeing this on video, it's JOHN, as in Paul, YRON.com. And on there, all the links to my YouTube channel and social networks and all that stuff are there. You'll find a huge amount of recordings that are in the video section for all the calls that I've ever done. So, and then my buddy Dan Knapp just showed up, who's rebuilding my website right now. So he's doing some magical stuff there as well. So johnpyron.com, and then you can click on the YouTube channel from there.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Anybody have any other ideas for Mika before we move on to the next person? Okay. All right. Who's next? Anybody else got any challenges, issues, problems they'd like to go over and bounce ideas off of each other today? Ramisha, how are you?
Hello, John and everybody. I am doing okay so far.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yes. My name is Kamisha. My business is Lady K's Transportation. I provide luxury taxi services to individuals, groups, for parties, events, long distance trips, pretty much anything. I'm located in Phoenix, Arizona. And I would say my struggle right now is trying to get the clientele so that I could generate money aside for like advertising and stuff like that to help like finish my webpage. But pretty much that's about it. That's like my struggle right now, and being able to, I started getting out there as far as, introducing myself and mingling. I'm very observant, not too much outspoken, but learning how to be outspoken and come out of my shell. It's kind of hard, but I'm working on it. So if you guys have any ideas on how I could generate more not income, but ideas of like promoting or something like that. Like I post ads on Facebook and stuff, not my forte, but I'm not getting like the likes or the shares or whatever that I want, or it's getting out there, but I'm not getting bites. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong? So that's kind of my issue right now, my business.
So we talked about, so I saw that you went and got golf clubs, by the way. So
Yes.
you started to practice your swing. That's great.
Yeah, I got a
hitting
33.
your courses. Huh?
I got a 33. That was like the most I did on the range at Top Golf.
Yeah.
Don't know what I was
That's
doing.
awesome.
Hitting some, not hitting all. But I got out there.
Yeah. So hey, so on the social media, pay-per-click, things like that, we should talk about that. And oh, by the way, thanks for the fruit basket. Kamisha's a client of mine, so I wasn't here when it arrived, so I got ripped off because I didn't even get it. My wife had done it. Got it.
Good job.
So what we'll do, yeah, since you're a client of mine, what we'll do is I'm going to hook you up with my assistant Sonia, who handles all my digital marketing stuff, and then you and Dan have been trying to connect here, and let's see what we can do to improve your marketing there and give you some more ideas. Sonia, just because you're a client of mine, it's not going to cost you anything. I'll pay her, and she'll help you out with all your marketing and graphics and that sort of thing. See what we can do to get more exposure. And then the referral systems that we talked about, collecting the reviews from the people that because a ride experience with you is completely different, right? Like that's how we met. My wife took your car, right? And she was like, you got to call this person. Like it was like the most unique ride experience she had ever had. And so the way we've designed your one-page plan, we just need to get that back together and revisit on that. And and then I'll have Allie on the call and Sonia as well.
Okay, yeah, actually I'm looking at it now. I was like, okay, check mark, check mark, check mark, check mark. That's done. Okay. What do we got to do now? Yeah, that'll be awesome. That will be great because I sure don't know what I did on Google to get kicked off. I'm like, what did I do?
They put you in Google jail.
Yeah, I don't. This was my first ad. I'm like, okay, I don't know, but we'll figure it out.
So while we got everybody on the call, anybody got any ideas for Kamisha as far as what else could she do to get her name out there? Because you're directly competing against the Ubers and the Lyfts of the world. Because people pay you a premium, but you have a premium experience for them, and people don't have a problem in paying it. So Paul's got some ideas for you.
Okay. Well, I don't know how comfortable you feel on camera, but the best way to share an experience is to show people, right? Show them what they're going to get. And what I mean by that is a video, right? Obviously I have a bias because that's what I do. But it's the best way to show people, right? Because it does so many different things. You can educate people on why they should work with you, right? And not only educate them, you can create, tell your story, why you created this business, why you decided to enter a space that is so congested, but you still stand out, right? You were able to pique the interest of John's wife by the way that you do things. So instead of telling people what you do, show them what you do. In the connection that you can build is with the empathy, right? Video is great at building empathy because now they can connect with you on a human level with video. They hear your story, they can see you, the way that you do things and your why you're doing it, and then show them how to hire you or get a car ride through you with your strong call to action at the end. It's great for obviously marketing. You can use that on your social media. You can put it on your website. Just have it put it in as many places as you can. I don't know if you do any email marketing or anything like that, but put a video in your email signature. So that way, when they receive an email from you. There's a video already attached to your signature, so they can feel that experience. That's just something that I suggest. And again, John, I'm not here to.
Oh no, this is an open call, dude. You can. There is no competition here. We're all just here to help each other.
I wanted to piggyback off of Paul, and I'm not really sure where you're located. And I also too did Facebook ads, and based on what you do, you're creating an experience, right? One of the things that I realized what worked best for me, I started out with Facebook ads, but I'm kind of like an educational platform, and you're like a service platform, but you actually drive people. So I would suggest YouTube, and that you can even like do videos with you, whatever the experience that you create. And I'm going to tell you guys right now that YouTube videos and paying for advertisement is a little to nothing. And I literally just did it for a week just to try it out, and I had 9,000 views, and it only cost me $3. So
Wow.
I would suggest, and then you're driving, you're providing a service, so everybody would see, like, I don't know what the guy's name, Paul said, like, people want to see it. It's like it's an emotion, and you can target it to your area. So I would highly suggest what Paul said is do videos. And I know some people don't like to. It took me a long time to get there, but it has changed my life and my business beyond. I was only focusing on one state, and now I have people all over the United States. So I would, for your type of business, you definitely need to be on video.
Yeah, I'm working on video. This is the most I've ever talked in a podcast, so I guess I'm breaking out of my shell somewhat. So yeah, I will give that an idea, a thought. Possibly I guess I can do that. I'm not really, video type person or whatever, but I guess I'm gonna have to step out there and get into an element I don't know, which I am doing now with golf. So I guess it's not that hard.
So I just put my contact information in the chat window. I encourage everybody else to put their contact information in the chat window, and definitely, Kamisha, I would connect with Mika and Paul and anybody else in this meeting that you guys can bounce ideas off of one another on video, and Paul does video. I mean, that's what he does. Dan does video, and so there's plenty of help here to help you out with video.
And Kamisha, we need to reconnect again because we talked here a while back, but we need to get back together again.
Yes, we do. I'm still figuring stuff out as far as what do you say? Generating sales or whatever. I'm not sure. We'll get together.
I have one last thing, John, and I'll zip it.
Oh, go ahead.
If you're really concerned about being on camera, do you have a spokesperson? Do you have other? Do you conduct? Are you a solopreneur, or do you have other people that drive cabs? I keep saying cabs, drive cars with you or for you.
I have 2 vehicles. I haven't found someone yet, just because I don't want to, I'm trying to generate the funds for myself to build, but then also I need another driver, but I don't need someone like full-time to where, I still want them to make money because I'm not at that level where I have that clientele yet to get them, pull them full-time, because I don't want them to take from their, put their job doing this to come over. It's not worth it right now, I'm still, like I said, building clients, but no, it's me and myself and that's just kind of how I roll. Besides, my business partner, John, and, other colleagues, pretty solo.
Client testimonials.
Yeah.
When somebody gets out of your car, have them send you a video. Tell me what your experience was like.
Yeah. I mean, I have done that, and I had like 2 people do reviews, like, I'm sending them out and nobody's biting. So I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
But I did get a couple hits on, golf course package that I offer that I put up. Yesterday I put up, 3 rides for the first 3 people that like, comment, and share, this post. So far, 2 people are it. I'm still waiting on that one last person, and I put it on like 10 other groups. So I'm still just waiting, I guess.
Kamisha.
Go ahead,
It's
Diane.
Yeah, I had a thought. I don't know if, it's, have you thought about trying to connect with Power Partners, other businesses in the area that provide luxury experiences like either music venues or spas, anything where they are an experience destination, and then that way, or if it's a place that serves alcohol, a lot of people, like if it's a winery in your, like I'm from Northern California, so there's tons of wineries. So it would be and they don't want people driving home drunk, right? But they want to get more sales and stuff. So that's just an idea to have.
Some casinos, they do call me, strip clubs, they call me, a couple bars. It's just that a lot of these resorts and stuff like that, they already have limo services that are already, paid to have their drivers there. So it's like I'm stepping on other people's toes. I don't mind it, but I don't want to be disrespectful. But, I have to talk with the other people. So it's like, that's who I'm competing with. And like a lot of people are developed, they have their fleet. I'm starting my fleet. I'm going to get my fleet. We will get there because I'm trying to go nationwide, global with this business. But I don't, I want to do it respectfully, but not, stepping on people's toes. Yeah. So I'm still trying to get in those places that, don't have anybody. But then it's like, okay, now I kind of need a higher driver so that it's only me. I have 5 other jobs. I can't be everywhere at one time. But I am trying.
So I would just say anything that serves alcohol or would not be a good idea for them to drive afterwards.
Oh yeah. Well, you can't see, but in this little thing right here, this little console, I have a liquor thing.
Oh.
So they, so they could come in and have a party right here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm working on it.
Power Partners, people that are maybe not big enough to support a fleet, but they still want to offer that experience for their VIP.
Yeah, well, I'm working with one guy. We're gonna meet up today or tomorrow. He has his own business and a fleet, and sometimes he needs other drivers. And if he already offered, to help me if I needed help. So we'll discuss details and stuff like that, and I'll let you know how it goes. So thank you, I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool deal, fantastic. All right, who's next? Who else has got a business problem, challenge, opportunity they want to discuss today? Mute yourself or raise your hand. Okay. Well, it's been a good week. Good call. Next week, I'm going to have a special guest on next week. And I could really use you guys' feedback. So send me a text message or an email and give me a list of the top 3 business challenges that you have. And I want to make sure that we get the right guest on here to address whatever problems or challenges that you have. Share this with your friends, family, relatives. Drive more business owners to this call. Network with one another. Definitely connect with each other. And if you can use each other's business, I would recommend you do so. So go out and have a great week. And it was good having a conversation with all of you. Take care and have a great one.